My name is Muhammad Yahya Al-Qatta, matric number B0620100454. Today, me and my friend will explain and talk about the management roles, function, and skills. And I'm going to explain now about the roles of management. These are the roles of management. First, we have managerial roles, and the second one is the interpersonal roles, and the third one is informational roles, and last one is decisional roles. I'm going to explain each one separately. Managerial roles is behavior patterns and activities involved in carrying out the function of management includes interpersonal and informational and decision making roles. Next, interpersonal roles provide leadership to employees acting as a liaison between groups, networkings, and fostering relationship. And informational roles, gathering information from inside and outside the organization, sharing information. And last thing is the decisional roles. Decisional roles is facing an endless streams of decision, some which need to be made on the spot. That's it.
I am Tae Shuchi, B06201002X6. Now I want to explain about the subtopic of management roles, function and skills entitled the planning function. The planning function is establishing objectives and goals for an organization and determining the best way to accomplish them. Strategic plans outline the firm's long-range organizational goals and set a course of action that the firm will pursue to reach its goals. The strategic planning process consists of 6 interrelated steps. First step is defining the mission, vision, and value. To achieve any level of strategic clarity, planners first need to agree on the basic principles that define the organization, and such agreement can be articulated in 3 interrelated statements, which are mission statement, vision statement, and value statement. The second step is performing a SWOT analysis. Identifying a firm's strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat is a common strategic planning technique. Third step is developing forecast. Forecast is making prediction about the future. There are 2 managerial forecasts, which are quantitative forecast and qualitative forecast. Fourth step is analyzing the competition. The competitive context needs to fully understood and factor into the strategic planning process. For example, performing a SWOT analysis of major competitors. Next, establishing goals and objectives. Goals is a broad, long-range target or aims, where objective is a specific, short-range or aims. Lastly, developing action plans. Plans are often organized in a hierarchy, for instance, manufacturing plan, marketing plan, and so on. By the way, crafting a solid plan and carrying it through to completion.
Ting Peiying will be present about the SWOT analysis of Semdabi Berhad as my title of individual assignment. What is a SWOT analysis? SWOT stands for 4 aspects, that is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. SWOT analysis is a technique for assessing these 4 aspects for your business. What is strength? Strengths are the things that your organization does particularly well. For the strengths for Semdabi Berhad that has a strong presence in over 20 countries, diversified product portfolio resulting in decreased risk of operation, strong financial performance, balanced revenue stream, and in uniform growth rate from across all the geographical locations, and lastly, one of the major business houses in all of the Malaysia. Next will be the weakness. Weakness is the characteristic that place business or project at a disadvantage relative to the others. For the weaknesses in the Semdabi Berhad are disclosure of non-compliance with law or legislation requirement, no third-party audit for the CSR reporting, challenges on development of palm oil industry, and lastly, the tax structure is more higher. For the opportunities are opening or chances for something positive to happen. For the opportunities in Semdabi Berhad is strong outlook for the global oil crops consumption, inorganic growth strategy, and lastly, robust outlook for the Chinese automotive sector. For the threats include anything that can negatively affect your business from the outside. For the threats of Semdabi Berhad is competitor, aggressiveness and intense competition. International currency fluctuation is a risk. Unfavorable government and political conditions. As conclusion, we can use the SWOT analysis to make the most what you have got to your organization's best advantage. You also can reduce the chances of failure, and it's also a strategy to distinguish you from the competitor.
My name is Nurul Syahira Muhammad Syamuddin and my matric card number is B0620010099. So today I would like to present about management role, function and skill subtopic which is the organizing function. The organizing function is the process of arranging resources to carry out an organization plans. So next is the management pyramid from the top manager, middle manager and first line manager. So this is a job. For the first, top manager, the highest level of the organization in management hierarchy. They're responsible for setting strategic goals. They also make long-range plan, establish major policies, and represent the company to media, the community, and stakeholder. So for the middle management, they develop plans to implement the goals of the goal from top manager. They also coordinate the work of first line manager. The team bureaucrat is the middle management. They play essential role of translating strategic goals objective into the action that allows the company to meet those targets. So they also put the system and resources in place to defining and monitoring group level performance indicator, which is can work efficiently with coordinate purpose. So next, first line manager, they supervise the operating employee and they also implement the plan set at the highest management level. So they have most immediate responsibility for ensuring that necessary work is done according to agree on performance standard. So the first line manager must deal with any friction exists between employees and management.
Hi, my name is Siti Mariam binti Zaini. From today, I want to present focus in the leading function. All managers have to be effective leaders to be successful, but management and leadership are not the same thing. One way to distinguish between the two is to view management as the rational, intellectual, and practical side of guiding an organization, and to view leadership as the inspirational, visionary, and emotional side. So a good leader has a balance of some kind of intelligence, that is, the cognitive intelligence, emotional intelligence, and social intelligence. The cognitive intelligence is involved reasoning, problem solving, memorization, and other rational skills. Obviously, leaders need a sufficient degree of cognitive intelligence to understand and process the information required for planning and decision making in their jobs. Next is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is measure of a person's awareness of and intelligence required regulate their emotions have on others. They are able to regulate their emotional response in order to control or reduce destructive impulse and moods, and they have a high degree of empathy. Lastly is social intelligence, involve looking outward to understand the dynamics of social situations and the emotional of other people, in addition to your own. It is about the leadership style. First is autocratic leadership. In autocratic leadership, the manager makes the decisions and issue directives down the chain of command. The subordinate have little or not freedom to make decisions, divided from plans or provide contrary input. Next is democratic leadership. The democratic leadership, the manager share decision-making authority, seeking input and inviting subordinates to participate in a coordinate planning process, so group can encourage a change of course if needed. This style also known as participant management is a philosophy of allowing employees to take part in planning and decision making. The third leadership is the laissez-faire leadership. The manager acts as advisor and supporter, offering input when asked, but generally letting subordinate charge and adjust their own course toward meeting agreed upon goals and objective. In laissez-faire was emphasized employees' employment that is giving employees the power to make decisions that apply to their specific aspect of work. Next slide is about the coaching and mentoring. Coaching is helping employees reach their highest potential by meeting with them, discussing problems that hinder their ability to work effectively, and offering suggestion and encouragement to overcome this problem. While the mentoring is a process in which experienced managers guide less experienced colleagues in nuance of official politics, serving as role models for approaching business behavior and helping to the negative and corporate structure. Slide is about the managing change. Firstly, is identify everything that needs to change that can involve the structure of the organization, technologies and system or people's attitudes, belief, skills and or behavior. Then is identify force acting for and against a change by understanding this force. Manager can work to amplify the force that will facilitate the change and remove or diminish the negative force. The third is choose the appropriate suit to the situation. The managers can institute change through a variety of techniques, including communication, education, participation in decision making, negotiation, visible support from top manager or others opinion leaders, or use of authority recommendedly only for crisis situation. Lastly is reinforce change behavior and monitor continued progress. Once a change has been made, managers need to reinforce new behaviors and make sure all behaviors don't creep back in. Next slide is about the building a positive organization culture. Organization culture is a set of shared values and norms that support the management system and that guide management and employee behavior. Culture can be a negative or a positive force in an organization, and managers set the tone by establishing expectation, defining rules and policy that shape behavior, and acting as role models.
My name is Nurshanta Izati Rizandi, which is number B0620100063. I want to present about the controlling function. First, controlling is the management function of keeping a company's activities on track toward previously established goals. The nature of control varies widely, from directly intervening in a process to modifying procedures or system in a way that enable employees to reach their objectives. The controlling function have four processes. Among the process controlling function is establishing performance standard based on the strategic plan, comparing performance to standard, measuring performance, responding as needed. Process controlling function also have the specific steps taken in any situation, depends on the industry, the company, the functional area within the company, the manager's leadership style. The first process is establishing performance standard. Establishing performance standard is the criteria against which performance will be measured. Top managers set standards for the organization as a whole, such as revenue and profitability targets. For individual area of responsibility, middle and first line manager set standards based on the overall organizational standards of performance. Variable to use as standards and the value to set as performance target can require a lot of experience and experimentation. Choosing variables that are truly meaningful rather than just easy to measure can also be a significant challenge. A common approach to setting standards is benchmarking. Benchmarking is collecting and comparing process and performance data from other companies. Most important performance variables that fall under managerial control is quality. Quality is the measure of how closely a product conforms to predetermined standard and customer expectation. Next step is measuring performance and responding as needed. Manager assess performance using both quantitative, specific and numerical, and qualitative, subjective performance measure. For example, many companies use a balanced scorecard. Balanced scorecard is a method of measuring the performance from four perspectives: financials, operation, customer relationship, and the development of employees and intellectual property. Next, managers compare performance with the established standards. The level of performance fall short. The next step is usually to take corrective action to improve performance. In some cases, management might decide that the level of performance originally hoped for is not realistic. Crisis management, maintaining control in extraordinary circumstances. Crisis management is procedure and system for minimizing the harm that might result from some uneasily threatening situation. A crisis management plan needs to contain contingency plan to help managers make important decisions in a limited time frame and communication plan to let affected parties quickly and foster most informed information.
My name is Siti Nur Aisha binti Ramli. My entry number is B0620100048. Today I will summarize about essential management skills. Essential management skills meaning managers rely on a number of skills to perform their function and maintain a high level of quality in their organizations. Their skill can be classified on interpersonal, technical, conceptual, and decision making. As managers rise to an organization hierarchy, they may need to deposit skills that help them in lower level job and develop different skills. The first one, interpersonal skill. Skill required to understand other people and interact effectively with them. For example, communicate with employers, supplier, and partner. To developing employer trust and loyalty, and fostering innovation are all activities that require interpersonal skills. Next, technical skill. The ability and knowledge to perform the machine of a particular job. Managers should understanding technical matter,
is that demonstrating a level of technical aptitude gives manager credibility in the eyes of their employers. Then, administrative skill. Technical skill is information gathering, data analysis, planning, organizing, and other aspects of managerial work. Beside that, conceptual skill, the ability to understand the relationship of part to the whole. For example, accounting system is a part of overall business system and need to integrate seamlessly with sales, purchasing, production, and other functions. The last one, decision-making skill. The ability to identify a decision situation, analyze the problem with the alternative, choose an alternative, implement it, and evaluate the result.